Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. So today I'm going to be doing my April favorites where I'm just going to be filling y'all in on everything I have been loving throughout the month of April. Whether it be makeup, entertainment, lifestyle, books, movies, songs, the whole shebang, you will find it right here. So anyways, without any further ado, let's go and get started. So my first favorite of the month is a makeup favorite, and it is the Milani Conceal Imperfect foundation, and I wear light beige. This is absolutely amazing. I love it so much. This is actually one of my favorite foundations. My all-time favorite is the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea foundation, but on days where I'm just going to be running a few errands and I don't want to use as expensive of a product, I definitely like to go in with this, especially for makeup tutorials. This photographs beautifully. It is absolutely stunning. The only thing I will say is where the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea foundation isn't as full coverage, but it looks like skin, that means throughout the day it doesn't tend to crease as much, at least on my skin type. However, this one, if you wear it out in the Texas heat for hours, it will start to crease and kind of lift off a little bit, but that is also something that happens a lot in Texas, so it could just be a me thing, but I personally really like it. Now, something I do think is it does have a fragrance to it. I know a lot of people don't like fragrance in their foundations, but to me, I personally think it smells like cinnamon apples. Like right before you put it in the oven for an apple pie, and you have this fresh cinnamon on the fresh cut apples. That's what this smells like to me. However, my best friend Lily, who is actually off stage right now, thinks she thinks it smells like chemicals. So, do you have anything else to add?
Nope. It's like a tart like smell.
Like cinnamon apples. So anyways, if you want to check out a foundation, I also know that this was Jeffree Star approved, I think. I don't remember the very beginning of the video, but we'll just say it is, because I'm pretty sure it is. So the next favorite is a song favorite, and my little brother actually showed it to me. If you guys remember the good old days, wherever 𝐒𝐿𝐻 was doing a song called Bromance, my little brother and I were listening to that in the car. It's a really fun song. It's a parody, I believe. I really enjoy it. However, Chase said that there is another singer in that, and his name is Chester Lee. And so he's like, no, Matt, he has a really good voice. I'm like, I don't doubt it. But he started playing me songs by him, and I just fell in love. Specifically, the song You're Not the One by Chester Lee. As I was listening to it, I was just getting so emotional because it's not that I didn't expect it to be good. I just wasn't expecting it to be that good. It was absolutely amazing. It exceeded my expectations and I really enjoyed it. Speaking of songs, my next favorite is actually a musical, and it is a very popular musical right now, and that is Hadestown. Hadestown is nominated for so many Tony Awards, including Best Musical, Best Soundtrack, all of that good stuff. And so before the nominations were released, so many people were talking about it, and I definitely wanted to listen to it to maybe get an idea for an upcoming Broadway body paint. So I decided to listen to the entire musical, and it has quickly become one of my all-time favorite musicals. I want to see it live so bad. It is so gorgeous. Everything about it is amazing. I love the storyline. To give you a loose explanation of what Hadestown is about, is it is based in a Great Depression version of Orpheus and Eurydice, which is a Greek mythology story. In this musical, the other main characters are Hermes, Persephone, and Hades as well. So all of this information I'm gathering just from the soundtrack itself. I did not see it live, so I'm just kind of getting all this info from the music. But basically, Eurydice is in love with Orpheus, but Orpheus is a songwriter and a poet, and unfortunately, he is not making enough money to provide for Eurydice, and so because of that, she's starting to starve, she's growing cold. So because of this, she doesn't want to be in poverty, so she decides to venture down to Hadestown. So she leaves Orpheus to go sell her soul to Hades so that she's no longer in this predicament. Well, during this time, it is time for Persephone to go spend 6 months in the underworld with Hades because of the deal that she made. And so throughout this, Orpheus decides that he needs to go find Eurydice to save her. Hermes is narrating the entire thing. Absolutely amazing, and of course there's a bunch of twists and turns that are all so beautifully composed that you just need to listen to it to understand how great it is, because I suck at explaining things. My next favorite is an anime, and I'm trying so hard to get back into anime. The biggest thing is I just don't have the time, and when I do have the time, I like to read. So please leave some anime recommendations down below, because I definitely want to start watching more. What I really want to watch next is My Hero Academia and Hunter x Hunter. I heard that those are both absolutely amazing, so I really want to get into those. I also know a lot of people talk about like JoJo's something, but I hear very mixed reviews about that, and I'm just saying if it's gonna take like 8 seasons for me to get into it, that might not work. But anyway, the anime that I watched throughout the month of April and absolutely fell in love with it, it is actually quite appropriate for the month, and I was watching Your Lie in April. Your Lie in April is probably one of the best animes that I have ever seen. It is so gorgeous, and the scenery and the soundtrack, the orchestrations, it is all so breathtaking and so artsy that you don't even feel like you're watching an anime. It just feels like you're watching this beautiful story develop. Now, of course, it has its anime moments, you know, with the people screaming and the fun emoticons, like all of that. That's what we love about anime, but this branches out so much more in the story than a lot of animes that I've seen so far have, and it just definitely blew me away. The art and the detail included in this are so well done that if you are not an anime fan and you're not really into that, I still recommend that you watch it because I still think that you would really enjoy it. My next favorite is a movie favorite, and it is Avengers Endgame. Now, it is no secret that I am a Marvel fan. I even recently did 3 makeup tutorials inspired by Avengers Endgame, so I will leave those linked down below for you guys to check out. I transformed myself into a gender bent and beauty makeup Iron Man, Nebula, and Thanos. I became the big boy who ruined all of our lives. Once again, I'm not gonna spoil anything for you guys, even though the spoiler ban is up by the time I'm uploading this. I think you should definitely go see it. I personally think it's even better the second time when you can fully process all of the details that you're being given. Absolutely amazing, highly recommend it. Don't really need to talk much on it more because it's kind of obvious that it's great, so definitely go check it out. And my last favorite are 3 books by the same author. It is a trilogy. It is the Darker Shade of Magic series by V.E. Schwab. I know I recommend a lot of books to you guys, and I truly love absolutely every single one of them, but I have to say this is tied for my favorite book series ever. The first book is A Darker Shade of Magic, the second book is A Gathering of Shadows, and the third book is A Conjuring of Light. To kind of give you an idea of what this book is about, is in this book, the world is built up into 4 Londons. Grey London, which is our London, Red London, which is the really nice, flourishing London, White London, which is the basically falling apart bone London, the one that's scary and people are cuckoo, and Black London, which was completely swallowed up by magic and basically no one can even access it anymore. The main story follows Kel, also known as Kael, just depending on how you read it, who can basically travel back and forth between each London because he has a special kind of magic that very few people have. He also gets into a lot of trouble because he bargains with the wrong people and he, you know, imports and exports goods where he's not really supposed to, and he just kind of trades, and it doesn't seem like that big of a deal, but whenever he gets the wrong item and brings it into the wrong London, things go crazy, and along the way he meets up with a girl named Lila who is from Grey London, and she is able to help him on his journey. I can't really even give a good enough description to convince you to read it, but please just trust me when I say that this is my favorite series, tied with A Court of Thorns and Roses series by Sarah J. Maas. Please, 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 if you don't get any of my other book recommendations, please get this one. I can't stress it enough. It is absolutely fantastic. And that is my April favorites. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. Leave a comment down below what you'd like to see next, or if you like any of these favorites, if you've used them, if you don't like them, tell me why. I'd love to start a conversation with you guys. Anyways, with all that being said, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!